Hi, it's Glenn from Spiritually Speaking Speaker Trainings, and today we're going to talk about speaking quickly. Now, the challenge with speaking too quickly is that the audience doesn't understand and can't take in everything you're saying if you speak too quickly for too long of a time. Now, the deal is everybody says, oh, I want to speak more slowly. That really isn't the problem. We'll work on that next, but what you can do, you can speak at the same speed as long as you pause between each sentence, each thought, so that the brain of your audience can take in the information and then process it. So you can speak really quickly if you pause to let their brain process the information. So it's not just speaking quickly, it's the pausing to let them take it in. Now, there is a challenge if you speak too quickly, is that the words tend to get slurred really fast together and it doesn't really make any sense. So the challenge is to actually articulate. You can speak quickly, but articulate. And one of the ways to practice that is to read out loud. Take a children's book, take any book that you want, and in the bed, in any way you want. Just practice reading out loud and over enunciate the words to get your mouth used to moving and saying the words clearly. I am very challenged with that. There are stories of people, I'm saying stuff and then they look at my wife and say, what did he say? Because they don't understand what I said. So I am very challenged with that. But the first thing is to pause so that they can take the information in. Second thing is work on your articulation so they can understand the words, your audience can understand the words. Now the third thing is in speaking quickly, when you speak quickly, we're actually speaking from our head to the audience's head, and that's a great thing for data and everything else, but if you want to speak to their hearts, then you speak what's called low and slow. High and fast talks to their heads, to their brains or logic. Low and slow talks to their hearts. So once you get to a point in your presentation where you say, what this means is that we can save puppies all over the world, for little Jimmy can have a puppy, you automatically slow down and you speak lower because now you're talking to their hearts, as opposed to 75 puppies get put in shelters, da 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 da. The data back here gets up in their heads. But then you speak in, you go in slow and low. This is what this means. So one way to actually talk slower and lower is to really feel what you're saying. We tend to think in our heads while we're speaking because we're up here and we're trying to process everything. But get into our hearts and actually feel what we're saying, and you'll automatically get slower and lower. There also is a little trick that the slower you speak, the smarter the audience thinks you are, and the longer the pauses you take, the more important what you're going to say next is. Even if it's, did I feed the meter? Is the oven on? But they don't know that. So by taking long pauses, it makes what you're going to say very important. The next thing, it underlines it, emphasizes it. So you can still speak quickly as long as you take pauses. Practice your articulation by reading out loud and actually overemphasizing your lips like this. And then when you want to really get into it, feel what you're saying, and you'll automatically come out of your head into your body and speak lower and slower. So that is the three things. Thank you very much. Keep talking. I love you. Bye-bye.